No. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we examine headlines from our city, state, and country. We take a look at your questions, ideas, and suggestions, and we combine it all to have an awesome live here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English speaking locals that extends to those of you that are not here. Luna, not now. No, Luna. Luna's unhappy because we were playing fetch earlier today, and I told her, it's time to do the broadcast, and she's like, no, 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 play fetch. Anyhow, our coverage, of course, extends to those of you that are not living here in Puerto Vallarta, that think of Puerto Vallarta as home in your heart. We're so happy to welcome you every single day. Today is February the 2nd. Today is Candelaria Day. Happy Candelaria Day to everyone. We'll have a crash course in Mexican history and tackle what Candelaria Day is all about so that you don't feel like you're missing out on the party. Let's see what else. Of course, yesterday was vaccination day for me. I am now fully boosted and ready to tackle whatever bugs come my way. And we will tell you a little bit about how that went at La Lija. We have news about the medium strip, which is being adorned with more plants. We have news about the union strikes and whether they're happening or not. We have some news about the airport, or rather, when the airport was founded. We have a new lord, good lord, and this lord is just not happy. We'll tell you about the new lord. What else do we have? This is pretty much it. I have all kinds of fun things to share. So let's see. Before we get started, as always, we want to welcome all the new members and encourage you to let us know that you're new. Are my audio levels good or are they low? Oh, they're a little low. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Thank you for that, Bill. Hello. Hello. Oh, there you go. I think we got it. I hope the audio is a little better now. Anyhow, as always, we welcome new friends. If you are new to the broadcast, let us know by writing the word new. It will give you a nice welcome. If you have something important that you'd like to share with the cluster, please add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and we'll try our best to get to it after we go through the news and after we go through the weather, when we take a look at all these wonderful comments that you have to share with us. So I was about to say the phrase without further, you know what. Let's just get started. Okay, so a quick account on how it went at La Lija yesterday before I tell you about this news item, which has to do with vaccines. La Lija was actually, let me come back to the big scene. La Lija was very efficient yesterday. It took my friend Catherine and I about an hour and a half to get in and out with our booster shot taken care of. This is the longest we've had to wait. We had to walk all around the corner from the facility, and we were first thinking, oh my god, this is going to be a long ordeal, but it moved rather quickly. We were happy to bring a hat. So a hat or an umbrella is definitely encouraged because it's really sunny these days out there. We got our booster shot. It was amazing to see how the authorities now have it all figured out, in which the nurses go by and apply the vaccines to two rows at the same time. I mean, it's really a fine crafted engine. And if you well, maybe you don't have to smoke a little weed, but last night I was thinking to myself, it's almost part of a science fiction film when you go there and there's thousands of people, and everybody's waiting in line, and the nurses are doing their thing, and it's like science fiction, because it's really amazing to think that while we complain about everything, there are scientists out there coming up with research and breakthroughs. There are dedicated volunteers that tell you where to go and tell you what to do, and there are dedicated nurses that are working their butts off to make sure that we are okay. I mean, it really is humbling. Something else that is really interesting to mention, we drove right through downtown Pitillal yesterday because we like it there. We like all the hustle and bustle, and it is quite amazing to see that in downtown Pitillal, the vast majority of people that we saw walking out and about were wearing that face mask. Isn't that interesting? Like, all the Mexican nationals in Pitillal are following the rules. No further comment necessary. Anyhow, back to this little remark. This little news note that I have here is part of the organizational strategy of the government as they continue with the vaccination campaigns, is to ensure that people are getting their booster shots when they're supposed to get them, not sooner than. Apparently, there have been a number of people going to La Lija expecting to get a booster shot with not enough time having gone by after their second shot. So if you, for example, received your second shot in October, you still have to wait for another vaccination campaign that includes booster shots later on in the game. So this essentially means that if it's not time for you to get your booster shot just yet, you have nothing to worry about. There will be other campaigns. And as we know, the current vaccination campaign continues today and tomorrow. If you haven't gone, please go. If you get there and you think that the crowds are too long and you feel like, oh, maybe we should come back the next day, just wait it out. Just wait it out. It is important, and it is good to have it. It is good to have it. Now, I don't know if this news item is related to some remarks we shared a couple of days ago by former Mayor Davalos, saying that the median strip along Francisco Medina Asensio is looking a little shabby and in need of watering. Apparently, Mayor Michel was supervising the work being done by the Public Service Department at the entrance of the city, where the new Puerto Vallarta letters are, where plants are being added, and the whole median and rotary are getting some well-deserved TLC. According to the news note, some 750 plants and a lot of grass are being planted there. So let us just hope that along with this new greenery, some kind of strategy is put into place to make sure that the plants remain watered and in good condition. We can always hope. Meanwhile, negotiations continue between Mayor Michel and the CEPAL Workers Union and also the City Workers Union to prevent both unions from going to strike. Again, the negotiations are complex. I'm not an expert. I don't know who the good guy or the bad guy is. But the clear takeaway here, based on this article and other articles that I have read, is that Mayor Michel, along with the new CEPAL director Salvador Llamas, have been unable to control the situation. As a consequence, there is this perception that the union leaders are more powerful and efficient than our elected authorities, and this is not good. But we'll have to wait and see how this story unfolds. Somebody mentioned that that the Netflix should do a series about it. I don't think it's that interesting, but it is sad to see that that the mayor is not commanding as much respect as we think a mayor should. Just as I'm glancing at your comments, I see that John is new. So everybody say welcome to John, and anybody else that is joining us for the first time. It's great to see you, John. Thank you very much for joining us. And I hope everything is okay. Bill asks what's going on with the audio. Are you still having audio problems? I'm seeing that my meters look good. So with that in mind, I'm going to continue and I'm going to show you the weather forecast for today, our hump day, and the rest of the week. I have no idea what that reference is about. Bomb cyclone? It's no coincidence the term bomb cyclone first came into use right around the time I gained sentience. That is what our snarky Carol weather has to say today. But we're going to focus on the weather because that is what we are concerned about. It is 23 degrees right now, feels like 24, and humidity is low at 46%. Yay! Our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 74. Our weather forecast for today, we're going to have a clear day with a high temperature of 27, low temperature of 17. Tomorrow, we can expect a partly cloudy day with a high temperature of 27, low temperature of 18. And Luna, we're not playing now. Stop being a grumbly lady. And Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high temperature of 27, low temperature of 17. I love it when my kitty cat wants to play and I'm not available. Let's see what else we have. Of course, it's time to talk about Candelaria Day. Today is the day in which we stuff ourselves with tamales. Yes, today is Candelaria Day, one of the oldest traditions in Mexico, and it consists of dressing up a baby Jesus, organizing a tamale fiesta, which has to be sponsored by whoever got the plastic baby Jesus in the Three Kings Day bread back on January the 6th. Does that sound complicated? Well, let's try to unpack it. Our story begins when Cortés arrived in the Americas with the conquistadors in tow. And of course, when this happened, a fusion of indigenous traditions and Christian traditions ensued. The Christian tradition consists of the following. Of course, let us imagine that we're celebrating Dia de la Candelaria without the Aztec factor. The Christian tradition consists of the fact that it's been 40 days since Jesus was born, and according to religious tradition, 40 days is a time that it takes the Virgin Mary or a woman to go back to a pure state. So she goes back to church with baby Jesus all dressed up. Now, there's several baby Jesus here. It's not like she had septuplets or anything. It's just that you get a choice. She goes back to church with baby Jesus all dressed up and lights candles to show her gratitude. That's what Candelaria Day is about. And of course, the Spaniards who came here, who migrated to Mexico between 1521 and 1821, honored this tradition. But Catholic priests, being Catholic priests, well, they had the mission, they were quite eager to spread their beliefs among the native population. So they influenced or persuaded or, well, let's just say that they charmed their beliefs among the local population and combined the local population tradition with the church tradition. So what were the Aztec and other Mesoamerican cultures celebrating at the time? Well, I would like to introduce Tlaloc. Tlaloc is the god of rain. You can get up close and personal with him if you'd like to meet him by visiting the National Anthropology Museum in Mexico City. He's not a small guy. He is 7 meters tall and weighs 168 tons. And trust me, if you ate all the tamales that you're going to eat, you'd be that big. Now, what has Tlaloc got to do with tamales? Well, the Aztec, hoping to ensure that their harvest would be plentiful, would bring tamales to Tlaloc, the rain god, um, in order to ensure that there would be enough rain for the crops to be successful. And trust me, if you ate that many tamales, you would probably be as big as Tlaloc because they're rather fattening. So that was the Aztec tradition. The Aztec would bring tamales to Tlaloc. The people would bring candles and a baby Jesus to church, the Catholics. So, of course, the Catholic priests saw this as a huge opportunity, and they started convincing the natives that instead of bringing tamales to Tlaloc, maybe they could bring tamales to the church. And but then, of course, came the notion of, okay, so who gets to sponsor the tamales? And that is when the Catholic Church again got smart, and they decided, well, let's introduce a little tradition here that on Three Kings Day, whoever gets the baby Jesus, the plastic figurines in the bread, is the person who sponsors the tamales. So that is, in a nutshell, what this whole situation is about. So if you're out and about today is a great day to enjoy tamales. Actually, any day is a good day to enjoy tamales. But if you see people carrying a baby Jesus and heading into church today, it's because of Dia de la Candelaria. And if you get invited to eat tamales, it's because of the same reason. The end. That was my brief and snarky and not very accurate, because I'm not an expert, explanation as to what is going on. I also want to let you know that today, 48 years ago today, the local airport was inaugurated. Yay! Not much more to say about that. And I also want to remind you that it is Bear Week in Puerto Vallarta. So if you like your future ex-husbands big, beefy, and hairy, I understand it's quite a sight to see out and about as all the bears are going from one place to another. But it is quite possible that you don't like your future ex-husbands big and beefy and hairy. So if you like your future ex-husbands slim with sexy legs, well, maybe I have an event for you. A track competition will take place on February 5th, 5 and 6 this weekend here in Puerto Vallarta, in which a number of male athletes will participate in a series of 5-kilometer races at the municipal stadium across from the Sheraton. There will be other races as well. So if you're looking for some eye candy, or if you're looking for future ex-husband material, this would be a nice place to be. I would be there in a heartbeat with my zoom lens, but somehow I'm still challenged to carry my good camera out and about, unfortunately. I also want to let you know, oh my God, bless his heart, Lord 60 Seconds. This is Lord 60 Seconds in Mexico City. And a reminder that we have no Karens in Mexico. In Mexico, when you get a little ugly in public and somebody captures you on video, then you are a lord if you're a man, or you're a lady if you're a woman. Anyhow, Lord 60 Seconds got this name because he had apparently parked his car improperly in Mexico City, and they attached one of those chingaderas that they put on your wheel to prevent your car from going anywhere. And he came back and he got really angry and he got really ugly at the policeman, and he started yelling, "I give you 60 seconds to remove that chingadera of my car." And then he started counting 1, 2, 3, and he gets so ugly, poor thing. There's a video there if you want to understand a lot of Mexican, or if you want to collect a bunch of Mexican colorful metaphors. This is a good video for you to watch. And now, before we get into your comments, one more. This comes from the New York Times series of 5 minutes that will make you fall in love with this or that other kind of music. This time around, the New York Times tackles music written or composed for dance, for ballet. So it is an interesting list because it involves choreographers and writers indicating interesting or mentioning interesting music that they enjoy that was specifically created for accompaniment of a ballet. So there you go. This is what we have for news and headlines and interesting stuff for you to pursue today. And let me very quickly now take a good look at your comments to see what everybody is up to. And I see that oh no, the audio seems to be good. Good. Anyhow, we have a lot of good mornings, which is always good to read. Gwen says, oh boy, I get to see my baby brother Albert this Saturday. Well, trust me, Gwen, you will eat so well because Albert has been going about checking out wonderful restaurants all over the city, which is amazing. Let's see what else we have. Happy hump day. Thank you very much for that, Kathy. Let's see. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum. Hello, Logan. How can you be watching when you're out on the bay watching whales? I hope you're getting a good signal out and about. Please give Oscar Frey my regards. Oscar Frey is one of our trusted tour guides for whale watching here in Banderas Bay. If you're looking for a tour to go watch whales, Oscar Frey is really, really amazing. Oh, it must be Groundhog Day. Oh, today is the day in which a little rodent gets put to good use in the United States. Well, happy Groundhog Day to everyone that celebrates. Let's see what else. Da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da-da. La la la. La la la. La 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 la. New! Oh, Jack and Judith Lancaster. We are moving to Puerto Vallarta this summer. Can't wait. We love the broadcast and the cluster. Well, Judith, you are surrounded by wonderful, loving, helping people eager to make the transition as easy as possible for anyone that is moving here. So don't be shy with questions or comments about things that you want to know. We will be so very glad to avoid or to save you packing mistakes as you make your transition. So great to have you here and welcome to the cluster. Lynn says, it was wonderful to unexpectedly meet Den and Kathy yesterday. Well, it was wonderful to see you, Lynn, actually, after we went for our booster shot. My friend and I, we were starving and we figured, oh my God, let's go to the El Santuario del Taco. And we got to El Santuario del Taco and there was Lynn with some friends and there were Den and Kathy as well. It's nice to see that El Santuario del Taco, which we've been gushing about lately, have finally fixed their Facebook hours on their Facebook page, which means that now I can comfortably add them to our maps. I didn't want to do it because they had not updated that information, and we got in touch with them and we said, hey, you guys, you're not temporarily closed. And finally they fixed it, which is a good thing. Claudia, it was great to see you and Carmen yesterday. I know that you were waffling about staying or not. I'm very glad that you stayed and you got your shots. It is wonderful. You're right, Sheila. It's a great feeling to be boosted. It doesn't really change much for me because I'm already, committed to taking good care of myself and following the guidelines as best as possible. But you are right. It is a good feeling. I got poked on my crazy arm. So if it feels sore this morning, I don't know if it's because of the poke or because I'm healing. But yes, we be boosted. Let's see. I would love to watch Luna play fetch. I will find a way to videotape her at some point, trust me. Where can one catch a bus to Vallarta Arena for the charro? Jonathan, I don't have a specific answer for you, but I saw some answers that mentioned Macroplaza later on. I hope that those answers have to do with your question. Let's see what else we have. Oh, no comment. Better behave than a lot of entitled people. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. No comment on that one. Let's see. We mentioned John earlier, and we mentioned him again. John, welcome to Coffee and Headlines. Great to see you. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh, my audio keeps going up and down. See, it's time to clean my mixer. I know. I know. I know. Oh, not good. Hold on. I think that's better. No, that's too loud. Woo. Okay. Nope, that's still loud. Testing. Testing. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Let's see what else we have. Da, 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 da. I know. Audio not consistent. There's always something, isn't there? Oh, a bomb cyclone is a large, intense mid-altitude storm that has low pressure at its center. I saw some headlines of some weather things going on north of the border, but I didn't pay much attention to that. The cats get the zoomies. I don't know what a zoomie is, but I do know that on my wall, on my window, you can barely see it. I have a prism hanging right there. And when we get sunlight in the afternoon, the prism reflects a bunch of like party lights all over the living room, and Luna just goes ape shit. She totally does. Let's see. More explanations for bombs, cyclones. Good morning, Michael. It's always great to see you, and I see that you got here late this morning. No worries. Let's see what else. Oh, that's right. Today is 2/2/22. Interesting. Da, 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 da. Candelaria sounds much more delicious than groundhog. Well, I've never eaten groundhog, but I can say that tamales are delicious. Anywhere to buy tamales on San Salvador? Just try your local shops. Try your local stores, your corner stores. That's the best place to start. If your local store doesn't know the answer, they might be able to recommend something. Let's see what else. More countdowns. Where can you take dance lessons? I have no idea. But occasionally we've mentioned salsa lessons at La Bodeguita del Medio here, there, and everywhere. So it's just a matter of checking on Facebook, Lynn. I'm sure you'll find something there. Do, 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 do. Have I heard any more about the fire at Fiesta Inn? What I read is that a fire started in one of the rooms and over 100 guests had to be evacuated from the hotel. And that's about as much as I heard. Let's see. Apparently, from recent updates, you don't need to get boosted if you've had COVID, as you have high natural antibodies. Lynn, I'm going to kindly ask that you partner with us in not sharing COVID-related information unless you are willing and able to share the reputable source that you heard it from. We don't want people getting confused. And I thank you for partnering with us in not sharing information like that. Or you can always share the URL where you heard that. Let's see what else. Oh, zoomies are sudden bursts of energy. Thank you very much, Meggie, as in Peggy. Yes, Luna gets those all the time. She lands on my arm when I'm lying in bed, and that is not fun. Let's see. Jenny is looking for a charro date. Please, you guys, work among yourselves. And let's see. Raimundo comments on tortilla soup at Ernesto's. I think that's what I'm having for lunch. It's 1 block away, and they do takeout. What a great idea. Thank you very much for inspiring that, Raimundo. And let's see. Cindy says that there is a studio on Avenida Grandes Lagos going north before the kiosco. There you have it. Always nice to see that there are good answers here at Coffee and Headlines. And this, of course, brings us to the end of our broadcast. As always, I thank you for connecting. I thank you for your questions, your answers. I thank you for your support. And I wish you an amazing tamal slash groundhog slash hump day. And I will see you again tomorrow or perhaps sometime soon. Have a great day.